Hi guys. It's digital Kiayama back with the filter. Let me know if this filter looks weird. A little too weird. I'm trying to be aesthetic, with the game, with the digitalness of it, with the pixelness of it. Um we're playing. Let me know if it's too dark too. I feel like I might be a little too dark. I can brighten up how much I am. But today we're playing needs more red and pink. Hold on, I can fix this. I can fix this. Hold on. Red and pink. I got you. Okay, let me hold on. Selected effects. All right, wait. So we're gonna go color. Wait, no. Yeah, color grading, and then can I shift the hue? No, wait. Why is it just this color? Oh, color filter. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Wait. Wait. I'm cooking here. Hold on. I think I'm in the wrong section. Hold on. It's because saturation was an all-time low. And then, hold on. Brightness. Let's bring it down. Hold on. Not the right color. Hold on. Maybe the white temperature? Is this... I look evil. I look evil. You just tell to match the game. Hi, Saf. Oh, I have it matching the screen right now, but it's like dark, so I don't know how to like. Oh, what if? Maybe at this level. Hold on. Okay, white balance. I don't know what that means. Hold on. Like. Maybe if I bring it up a higher saturation, close enough. Hold on, look. I feel like I'm not playing on the right filter. Maybe the tint? What does the tint do? Wait, I'm blue now. What does this mean? I'm blue, da boo dee da boo da. What is the point of the slider? I'm picking colors and it's not picking me the right colors. That's not it. Hold on. Okay, so what if I reset this color and I reset this one? And then what if I shift the hue? Hold on, shift. Hold on, brightness brighter. I'm blue. Contrast? No. What does the white balance temperature mean? What is this? Do I just play the game like this? Is this how I play the game? I feel like I'm at it. Hold on, maybe there's a better. Is it custom part? No. Is it? I feel like there's a better way to change the color. I know white saturation is usually for camera. Sometimes white shows up yellow, blue, and it just colors accordingly. I see. But then would it... Okay, what if I reset everything? I'm resetting all of these. Okay, I'm gonna turn this on again. So hue is not correct. I went to art school. I feel like I should know, like, what hue changes. Like, what it does. You know what I mean? What if I just do like a bright red like this, and then I just change it slightly to be like, what color is this? Like, what would you match this color to be? Is it like closer to like a purple maybe? And then hold on, I think I'm cooking. I think I might be cooking here. Wait, I think I am cooking. Is this better? Is this too bright? Should I go a little like here? And then I can maybe change the contrast maybe to like maybe I could just do my eyes. Maybe something like this. Oh, I think maybe this one. There you go. I went to art school. Also ask what color this is. Okay, well to be fair, I have my yellow light on both my monitors, so if I turn it off, I get flashbanged like instantly. What if I like hold on? What if I like change this a little bit like here, and then I change this a little like. If I just put the brightness a little higher, is that too bright? Am I too bright? You know what? You know what? It's okay. And then I'll just lower the contrast. No, maybe change it here. I think this is the best we're doing. Wait, I say that, but then I want to change the color just slightly more. Well, that's too purple. Too much. Shout out to purple enjoyers. I think I was like right, but I feel like it has to be a little darker. No? All right, I don't know. I'm just playing with things at this point. I'll leave it there. I think that's the closest I will be getting. What's funny is we're almost where we started. We actually I spent 7 minutes of stream so far just playing with the colors, and it's exactly where we started. You know what? This is what we're going with. This is what we're doing. This is how it's gonna look. This is the move. All right. So today I don't know anything about this game besides. Actually, no, I was gonna say it has to do with milk, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know if it actually has to do with milk. I might be totally wrong on that. I knew this game was short, and I looked up to see how short this game was. Me neither. I saw it had good reviews. Yeah, like I saw it had good reviews, but all the reviews kind of seemed a little like vague. Well, for good reason, I'm assuming, because it's a short game, right? Like, how much can you spoil in a short game, right? And I did see how long this game would take, and I saw the shortest. If you speed-randed this game, it would be about 13 minutes, less than 15 minutes. But then if you take your time, it could take like an hour 20-ish. But average time to get through it is like 20 minutes. So we'll see how long it takes me. I will say that today's gonna be a little bit of a shorter stream today again, because I have to skedaddle before 7:30. So. I mean, it's a good thing. It's a short game, because then there's no rush or anything, right? So we're gonna be here for 4 hours. No, it's okay, Raven. I have a time sensitive thing to do today. So you're safe today. You're getting your good night's sleep. Here, let me lift up my mic real quick. It's kind of low. Hold on. I'm sorry if it's too loud when I'm messing with the mic. Okay, it's better. Okay. But yeah. So I don't know anything about this game. I bought this game in a bundle pack full of other short games, and I've played one of them. I think it's one of the games was called "The Only Strange Thing About Me Is My Name Is You." I think it's what the name was for the game. I forgot what the name's called. It's something like that. Or the only interesting about me, only interesting thing about me is I'm you. Ugh, I forgot what the game's called, but it was very interesting. And it came with a bundle, so it's this one and like I think. Monsters of Little Haven it came with, and The Lighthouse, and some other games. So I want to get through those, and I'm like, well, I bought this bundle a long time ago, so I should probably actually start like playing the games on it. So we're gonna be here for 4 hours just adjusting filters. My name is you, and it's the only unusual thing. Yes, that one. My name is you, and it's the only unusual thing in my life. I really like that game. It was very interesting. There's some things I don't think I quite understood, but I understood the depth of it, and I really enjoyed it. But yeah, so I don't know what we're getting into, but it looks like our first mission is to help me buy milk. Okay. Write down your name. Kiayama. Should I do Killer Kiayama? Killer? Oh, I can only, hold on. What if I just do Kiki? Kiki? Or would I maybe like K-I, capital K, capital K-I, capital K, I'll do Kiki. Like, I think it's easier, right? I'm on my way to the store, rehearsing the speech. I don't like the ominous music already. I haven't been out for so long that I've forgotten what words they say when they enter the store. Oh. I'm on my way to the store. Who are you talking? Wait, who am I? Who is this? What is this? I imagine being a game character. What if it helps to gather my thoughts? What game? Well, there are games in which you can see the character's thoughts right on the screen, So I thought if someone reads my thoughts, then I have to be really concentrated so as not to whip up the extra. Oh, wipe up the extra. Whip up the extra? Huh? Oh. I'm deeply breathing in. Hello, can I... Damn, I forgot. 19th attempt, and I'm failing again. I bite my lips with annoyance. So, once again, hello, can I get... Wow, a whole word more! Thank you, I'm trying really hard. In my opinion, this time the L sound was longer than usual. Do you think this is it? Who knows? Hello, can I... Ugh, I better keep my lips sealed. Wait, I'm so confused already. What the? Don't worry. Okay. By the way, you've been walking around with your left foot on asphalt and your right foot on the grass for a whole minute. What? My right leg froze in the air. How much? 50 steps on asphalt and 51 on the grass. You will have to cancel the previous step, huh? Hehe. Hi, Sean! How do you imagine it? This is not the first time. You were taught how to do it, come on. I don't remember. I'm gonna burst into tears. From the beginning. So, step 1, take a step back to your foot exactly into your own trail. Wait, how is it step 1? What then? So, it's already the 52nd. But wait, if I'm going backwards, then 50th? It still doesn't make a lot of sense. Okay. Step 50th. Take a step back to your foot exactly in your trail. Could you paraphrase it at least a little? You can't just repeat a phrase without changing at least one word. People don't talk like that. You're hopeless. You make it sound like it's my fault. The store closes in an hour or so. You'll be very, very guilty if you do not buy milk. Damn, really? So, are you ready? Yes. I gently changed the position of the leg, peering carefully into the thick grass. When I entered the store, I asked the very first person I met. Hello, can I... Oh. Excuse me. What? Oh. Excuse me. What? Oh. Excuse me. What? Oh. Wait, do I click on something else or is it just going to be this for a loop? Wait, what the? Excuse me? What? Oh. Is it just... You better not do it. He's clearly not going to change his lines. You run the risk of falling into an endless loop. Excuse me, what? Oh. So, what do I, excuse me, what? Excuse me, what? Oh. What? Oh. What is he trying to tell you? He's trying to scare me, but how does he know that I'm terrified by the letter O? What's so terrible about it? I have a frightening image as soon as I imagine it. I can show. Explaining won't be enough, but... I don't like that. Something like that. I don't like that. So, I'll just keep on ignoring his questions. What? Oh. What? Oh. What? Oh. What? Oh. I gather all the will into a fist. Oh. Oh! I got an achievement called O, and the description is O. My interlocute creature shook and crawled? You just repeated after him. And it worked. Do it more often. Wait, I said that he crawled, but did he really crawl? Because I didn't even look in his direction. When exactly did you say that? Yeah, just now. Personally, I did not hear. You're just trying to distract me, but I know that my words were shown on the screen. I'm standing by the shelves. On the shelves, there's a bag of milk. 2 of us are standing. And milk lies? Or maybe... Hey, slow down. Do you remember why you came? To buy milk. So buy. Right here? How, in your opinion, should I reply? I suppose something like, not here. Not here. Take the bag and go to the cash desk. Or rather, a bag of milk inside of a bag. Or rather, a bag of milk inside of a bag of milk. Or rather, a bag of milk inside a bag of milk inside a bag. Or rather, a bag of milk inside a bag of milk inside... Reception. 15 minutes before store closing. Hurry up. I remember what these games are called. Visual novels. And by the way, the numbers are written there in full letters. Are the visual novels worse than books? But authors aren't lazy. Aren't lazy there, and you don't be lazy too. Wait, I thought only your thoughts were visible on the screen. Not anymore. So watch your language. Hee. Interesting. Anyways, you heard me. Hurry up, or there'll be no good at home. Already running. Hello, can I get milk, please? You have it. Give. I put down a weighty bag at the pay desk. Of course, not just a bag of milk too. Hello, can I get it back, please? No. Please? No. But please? Mom will throw me out of the window if I get back without milk. No. But why not? Give more. But I don't have anything else. Hey. What? I don't like these choices. They hate you. You're pathetic. Pay for milk. I'm paid for milk. Really? What would I do without you? I pull a crumpled cash out of my pocket and give it to the cashier. He starts to carefully examine it. About 2 days have passed before he nodded satisfactorily and put a cash in the machine. Thank you. Goodbye. I'm walking down a familiar street past a gas station. A bag of milk unpleasantly pulls away on my hand, reminding me of the time I took physical therapy. By the way, they gave me a bag at the pay machine, so now I'm carrying a bag of milk inside another bag. Don't get me wrong, I just like the pyramidal structure of verbal construction. A gas station is getting closer. How are you feeling? Thanks for your interest. I feel like a mile of ice cream. What's that supposed to mean? As if I'd tell you. But I'm really interested. Well, look. The ratio of water to milk in the volume of air occupied by me is about 30-1. I agree, it's not the tastiest ice cream unless you want to drink more than to eat. So the way from the store to the gas station is a stick, and the way from the gas station to home is ice cream. For today's walk, my body will be in every part of this way. Simple math. Okay. I feel movement under my feet. Asphalt grains, petrol stains. I'm trying to keep my balance. And how do people move on something as uneven as an urban plain? Neat heels, socks. I count every meter of the way. I've gone. I even close my eyes for more concentration. Hey, watch out! I unconsciously take a sharp step aside. At the same moment, a huge bear sweeps past me with a wild ripple. Hey, I'm walking here! I'm throwing a stumbling peek at the rapidly moving animal. Its red eyes in turn look at me with mockery. Did you see that? How brazen! It was a truck. Oh, really? Although, if you think about it, are there bears with eyes on the back of their heads? You might have died. Come on, are you saying someone will seriously want to kill an innocent girl carrying a bag of milk? The world is cruel and dangerous. I'm not in the world you're talking about. My path continues. If you think about it, the way from the store has one interesting property. In the most bizarre ways, it adjusts to me. When I hurry, all the traffic lights are serviced fully extinguished. When I want to cry, a clap appears and pours rain flows that hide my tears. Right now, I feel how the cloud is slowly gathering over my top. Sorry. I'm sad. Are you sure all this is really happening? And how else? Have you ever been visited by the idea that all this is only in your head? The instructions did not say that at all. Apparently, these pills don't work on me either. Pills have nothing to do with it. Please, I just want to get home and go to bed. I'm really, really grateful to you, but please, no more. Okay, I think I'm starting to have a much better understanding of what's going on here. Can I save? Okay, I'm gonna save there. I'm gonna select this one, I think. You must accept the truth. No! You must accept the truth. No! You must accept the truth. No! Oh! Looks like Kiki doesn't help me at all. I got an achievement called Not This Time. I guess I'll try something else next time. Write down your name. Oh, okay, so Kiki again? Again? I hope we can do it this time. I'm on my way to the store, rehearsing the speech. Does the game change? Hold on, out of curiosity, does the game change if I go at it again? Okay, let me speed through this part. What game? Well, you know, there are games in which you... Okay, so I thought... The hell can I... Okay. I'll stop if there's anything different, but I think this is all... 19th attempt and I'm failing again. But it looks okay. The L sounds... Okay. So, okay, my understanding of this so far is that I'm a mentally ill... I want to say girl, but I don't think the gender's been shown or identified just yet. So I'm a mentally ill person, and I don't want to say I have like a bipolar kind of thing going on, but it's clear that she has a separation of maybe two personalities, but not quite two personalities, maybe like two personas going on in her head. So she has this anxious one that's kind of slightly delusional. Maybe is it schizophrenia maybe? Because if she's seeing people like speaking weird, if she sees people speaking weird and looking weird, right? Like, then she's suffering from some sort of hallucinations, right? And if she's taking medication, but the medication doesn't work, then it's clear that all this is like being attributed to that. The medication's not working. And then if the voice in her head doesn't work out, she's gonna make a new voice in her head. So I'm assuming this voice here is how she wants to experience reality, and this voice we see above here is like the true reality of things, like almost like like the realist, like like there's the dreamer and the realist kind of thing, right? Oh, what does she say? I didn't finish reading this part. I have a frightening image as soon as I imagine it. Explaining won't do enough, but keeping in mind that it will cost me a dozen nerve cells. Okay, I get it. I don't like this. I get this. Looks like an eye. I wonder if she doesn't like the letter O because what she's imagining is an eye. Like she's looking inside. What does the people say? Is that the eye is the window into the soul? I can imagine that being the case here. Of like, because I know some people, especially when, like, if you get in a really bad headspace, some people really don't like looking at themselves. Because either they think they look pathetic, or they've fallen from grace kind of thing, or even they're not following an image that they have in their head, right? So I can imagine if she's this anxious to go out, right, and slightly delusional, I can imagine the image she perceives of herself being difficult to face. So I wonder if her looking, or her being afraid of the letter O is like, reminds her of her eyes. Okay, we're almost back where I left off on. Can I get, okay. Pay for milk. Okay. How are you feeling? Okay, we're almost there, But I'm really interested, you're so weirdo. Okay, almost there. But I'm interested to see where this goes. The world is cruel and dangerous. I wonder what happens if I clicked you're sick. Okay, my path continues. Okay, and then we're around here. Are you really sure all this is happening? And how else? You know what? What? Since I'm a character in a visual novel, I want to talk to whoever's reading it right now. Oh, this can affect your recovery in the wrong way. So, okay, if I want to get purged, I'll say this. If I want to stick around, I'll say this. So maybe I'll stick for this one for right now. Should I save here again? Actually, no, I have another save file. It's close here. As you say, I squeeze my head with the hands and set a thought block. With the edge of my eye, I notice a small bench, a great place for clinched visual novel monologues. I'm getting closer, putting a noticeably heavy bag of milk nearby and raising my head to the sky. Listen, I'm a little embarrassed. I understand I'm going crazy. Drugs are working less and less effectively, so ultimately, things will happen painlessly, I hope. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Do I lie? Do I put yes? No? Are you sick? No, okay. Sick? No. Maybe I'll put no. No. Well, I'm not very surprised. I must be quite unlike an explanatory protagonist, right? To be honest, I haven't read many visual novels. Sometimes I regret it, because now I need a lot of effort just to distinguish letters and words. By the way, if you don't mind, I wouldn't like to say my diagnosis. Let at least you be the one who sees me as I am. Even if I made you up, don't take it away from me, okay? Don't ask me about it too much. How stupid is all this? From the very beginning, you followed me, read my delusional thoughts, heard my stupid conversations. Maybe I seem crazy and weird to you? Ha. What is it like to see the world with my eyes? Ever since something happened, I only see red everywhere. No, don't worry about me. I've been used to it for a very long time. To be honest, I even forgot what other colors look like. Let it go. Those monsters from the store, they don't scare me at all because I know they won't hurt me. Sometimes, I think they're the ones who are scared. Can you imagine it? By the way, if you want to ask me what happened, please don't. Do you promise? Oh. Yeah. Sure. Really? Of course you couldn't not ask. In the end, I'm just talking to myself. Sooner or later, I would have raised this topic. So, you're really wondering what happened to me? I won't take time. What do you see? Is this one of those, the Rorschach test? What are they called? Are you sure? One way or another, this is my dad. Some of his parts, at least. We do have a difficult family, but despite all the problems, I would never have thought. Sorry, I shouldn't raise my voice. In general, he threw himself out of the window and died. This is my last memory. Then, a long gap. Strange. Very strange. Today is the first time I've been able to buy something from a store without a serious incident. Of course, the medicine helped me. However, I think it's more of your merit. I was thinking all the time, do not screw this up in front of the reader, or oh my god, what will you think, haha. I don't know why I decided to become a character in a visual novel for the sake of going to the store today, but it has clearly borne fruit. Thank you. By the way, I think there are some frameworks in our communication. That's how I like it, haha. And yet, I'm so sad lately. I think more and more about what my life has become ever since Dad, well, you understand. Day after day is the same. I've tried so many pills that I can't feel a difference between them anymore. As long as they keep me on my feet, I'm happy, haha. But you know what? Today is a special day because I have you. I want to tell you so... Oh. Wait, what did she say? It was very rude of you? Oh no. I will not press you. I just advise you go home. Wait, what did she say? I didn't finish. I understand. Well, dear reader, let's go. I stop on my floor and hang by the railing. Repeating this action every day, like a ritual, I stopped being afraid of heights. A few minutes ago, the pills finally came to naught, so I'm just enjoying blissful silence. When I'm under the influence of drugs, terrible and unpleasant melodies sound in my head, mixing with the sounds of the world around me. They create terrible dissonance in my head. I turn around and go to my apartment. Did you bring milk? Hi, Mom. Did you bring milk? Yes, Mom. Did your new medicine help? Yes, Mom. Go to bed. Yes, Mom. Okay, I'll go to bed. Oh. That's the game. I got an achievement called Buy Milk. Well, thanks, Anne, for coming to stream. No, I can't. Let me play with a couple more of the, Okay, can I go to this one? Yes. Oh, I'm so stupid. I overwrote my save. Okay, well, let's Kiki again. Let's see what happens if I pick the meaner choices, the harsher choices. Shut up and go. Shouldn't you help me? I'm deeply breathing in. Hello, can I... Damn, I forgot. 19th attempt and I'm failing again. I bite my lips with noise. So, once again, hello, can I get... Wow, a whole word more. Okay. In my opinion, this time, the L was longer than usual. Okay, okay. Who knows? What if I call her a loser? I don't want to call her a loser, but what if I call her a loser? Don't insult me, please. Okay, we get... Maybe there's not too much in dialogue. 50 steps is asphalt. Okay. Cancel the previous step is an interesting word. You're so stupid. Looks like Kiki doesn't help me at all. I guess I'll try something else next time. I feel okay. I feel like we're gonna run into the same endings, right? Again? Yeah, why not? Okay, so what if I'm just nice to her this whole time? Okay, hold word more. Don't worry. Okay. Sorry. Are we the pill? She's... Oh, maybe, actually. Well, I don't know. That's actually a really good question. And we're trying to help her? You know what? I think that's actually a really, really interesting perspective. We may actually be the pills that she's taking. So, step one, okay. You're hopeless, okay. If I continue to be mean to her, like in the store, will that change anything? Are you ready? I'm just skipping through it. I wonder... I mean, it's really interesting that the game is so low res, so low pixel, you know what I mean? Because it really leaves a lot to your imagination and equally a lot to want to understand. What if I say you're getting my nerves? You don't want to help me at all, do you? Wait, what if I say if you're first real quick? I stand and pull my hand and take milk. Or rather a bag of milk inside. Or rather a bag of milk inside. Or rather a bag of milk inside a bag of milk. Or rather a bag of milk inside a bag of milk inside a bag. Or rather a bag of milk inside a bag of milk inside. Okay. I thought your thoughts were visible on the screen. Anyways, you heard me, okay. I'm very interested. Sorry, I'm like kind of also trying to absorb what I'm looking at as I go too. Hey. Okay, maybe if I pick... Let me save here. Wait. There we go. I'll save that one. Let's do you're pathetic? Why are you saying these things? I want you to... Oh, no. I want you to die, even stronger than Mom. Although she doesn't even perceive you as a living creature, for her, you are just annoying dust, which randomly flies around the room. What are you talking about? But I will pretend that I didn't hear it. They hate you. Why? You are dumb and worthless. You can't even go to the store for milk. I hope Mom throws you to the window. Although even in flight, you'll think it's a fun attraction. She's not very happy about this. Okay, alright. Alright, key again? We'll register that one? Okay, no. No, wait, how do I... Load game? Load... does it say something here? What is it? Preference, save game, load game. Load game. How do I load the game? On main menu, load game. Main. Main. Yes. But if I click yes, it's gonna override it. No, isn't that what I did last time? Yes, no. No. Yes. What the fuck? I remember I clicked yes last time and it saved my what? Anyways, I don't know what's going on. I'll do this one, but I'll click. What are you talking about? Nothing. They hate you. What are you talking about? Imagine your own internal dialogue gaslighting you. Pay for milk. About 2 days have passed. Okay. Okay, we'll skip through this part. You're just a weirdo? I share with you and you. I feel movement under my feet. Asphalt grains. Okay. Hey, watch out. Sorry. You are sick? She really didn't like that. Alright, looks like she really didn't want me to bring that up. Alright, going back. Yes. What the fuck? No? It literally overwrote my save again. What the hell? So, main menu? No. Yes? Main menu? Yes? Okay. Is this game supposed to be complicated like this? Main menu. Dude, you've already clicked load first. Wait, but there's no load button. It's empty here. No? Do I have to keep going a little bit? Main menu again? Yeah, there's no here. I'll even move. There's nothing there. Did I run out of saves? Well, the game's fairly short, anyways. That's true, but I had a save spot. ... Are we going to keep it silent? Okay, I'm deeply breathing in. Hello, can I? Okay. Don't worry, haha, loser. I wish I could like speed through this. Like, it just auto goes. I know why I can't, but you taught how to do it. I don't remember from the beginning. So, step 1, take back. I'm kind of curious on some things too. Hold on, let me get to a certain spot and then I'll talk about it a little more, I think. Sorry. This part's always kind of creepy. Also, chat has been on screen this. Oh my god, you're so right. Chat has not been on the screen this whole time. Why aren't you guys showing up? Are you guys? It's showing me the boxes there, but clearly you guys aren't actually showing up. Huh. I don't know what's up with that. we'll come to this later. We'll figure that out later. It might be. I hope it doesn't have like a corrupted link or something. I hate custom. In general, chat boxes are so annoying. I hate chat boxes so much because you have to find YouTube or Twitch specific ones, and sometimes you find ones that are for both. But typically, you have to find ones for chat or YouTube specific. And then, okay, hold on. Is there anything I haven't done here yet? Okay, I think I've done this one. No, okay. And every time I try to do like a custom, like, oops, I didn't mean to click that. Every time I try to do like a custom, like, chat or anything, or chat widget, like, half the time it doesn't work. And I don't think it's at fault for like the people who created it. I just think I'm fucking stupid trying to deal with it. But then half the time I follow the instructions to the T, and I put the correct files where they have to go and all that sort of thing, and it doesn't work. And I'm like, I feel like I have bad luck with it. Okay, we're slowly getting there. We're slowly getting back to where we gotta be. Paper milk. Okay, so we're not gonna tell her she's sick, because she does not like that at all whatsoever. We can tell. But I'm really interested. Well, purple orca. Hi, correction. Wait, am I purple or am I pink on the screen? I'm supposed to be like a pinkish. Am I purple? I have yellow filters on both my monitors, so I never quite see colors exactly how they're supposed to be. Like, of course, I see them generally the exact same, but they're not totally the same sometimes. Pink, purple. Okay. Every once in a while, I'll have to like turn off, like if I'm doing something that's very color sensitive, like doing graphic design or drawing, I'll have to take off the color and everything. But changing my balance. Wait, see. Neat heel socks. Okay, I already read this part. But other than that, if I don't have to take it off, then I'll leave it on, and the colors are slightly warped, just very slightly. Oh, I just realized I can. Oh, I can go through the conversation with my scroll wheel. I did it on accident. I noticed for the game, but I was completely shocked by it. You come into the stream and you're like, this isn't my orca. Okay, it was a truck. Oh, I'm about to click you're sick, and I was like, wait, I should not do that one. Okay, I think I've picked the dialogue options for this spot already. I'll click the silent one. What? Since I'm a character in a visual novel, I want to talk to whoever's reading this right now. Do I risk selecting the wrong, like this one again? Hold on, let me. I'm gonna save again. Oh, but there's still no save box. I wonder if that's a glitch. I wonder if that's. Alright, I'm saving again. This can affect your recovery in the wrong way. I don't care. Do you hear it? I squeeze my head with the hands set through a thought block. With the edge of my eye, I notice a small bench, a great place for cliche visual novel dialogues. I'm getting closer, putting a noticeably heavy bag of milk nearby and raising my head to the sky. My orca is purple. She's very ill. Please help the sick child. I wonder if it's her brain. Or if this is her laying on a bench, maybe? Like, I know this doesn't quite look like a brain, but it kind of reminds me of a brain. Ultimately, it's happened. Do you know, yeah, I totally understand what you're talking about. Yes. Really? I must be quite unlike the... Okay, to be honest, I haven't really made visual novels. Sometimes I regret it because now I need a lot of effort just to distinguish letters and words. By the way, if you don't mind, I wouldn't like to say my diagnosis. At least you be the one who sees me as I am. Even if I made you up, don't take it away from me, okay? Don't ask me about too much. How stupid is all this? From the very beginning, you followed me, read my delusional thoughts, heard my stupid conversations. Maybe I seem crazy and weird to you? Haha. What is it like to see the world with my eyes? Ever since something happened, I only see red everywhere. No, don't worry about me. I've been used to it for a long time. To be honest, I even forgot what other colors look like. let it go, haha. Those monsters from the store, they don't scare me at all because I know they won't hurt me. Sometimes I think that they're the ones who are scared. Can you imagine it? By the way, if you want to ask me what happened, please don't. Do you promise? If I click no. Sorry. Promise me. Of course you couldn't not to ask. In the end, I'm just talking to myself. Sooner or later, I would have raised this topic. So you're really wondering what happened to me? I want to know what this is. But I feel like this is like her censored version of what happened in her head. You know what I mean? I feel like she either has a very censored version of thoughts in her head, or she is going blind, potentially. Like she has a vision, like, because I know she says I only see red, and you could take that as like a metaphorical, like I just see red kind of thing. But I have a feeling that there's a chance that she truly is getting visual issues, and she's ill as well. And so I'm wondering if she has like I want to say it might be like not just a chronic, it might be what's the word I'm thinking of, a terminal illness based off some of her wording, but I'm not sure. That's just kind of the vibes I'm getting. And I wonder if maybe like she was sick before and the trauma of like seeing what happened to her dad kind of like skyrocketed, you know, like maybe like the stress that she went through, like not saying that this is the case, right? But I'm kind of getting a hunch, a little feeling maybe that what might be the case. This is my theory. Oh, you know, a game theory, you might say. My theory is that she witnessed something very traumatic, in this case being, you know, her father's unfortunate incident, you know, and it might have been so traumatizing, so mentally straining in her brain that I don't know, I don't want to say like, oh, she got cancer from it or something, but I could imagine her getting some sort of like brain issue kind of thing, you know, like, because also when she talks, I notice when she talks, some wordings sound a little weird, like it's not super grammatically correct, or it's written grammatically a little strange, right? I mean, I don't know, maybe that's just me, maybe because I can't fucking read, right? But I feel like some words are slightly, or some sentences aren't quite written as well as they could be. And obviously if you have like a brain illness or something, right, like you'll start slowly eroding in terms of like speech, writing, like, you know, motor skills, like things like that. I'm not saying that she does have this, right, but that's kind of what that's the feeling I'm getting from this game, is that she most likely has some sort of brain, either chronic or terminally like chronic or terminal brain issue, and she's probably young, because she's still not that young people not the only young people live with their moms or their parents, right? But I have a feeling she's also kind of young, and that's just the feeling I get. There's nothing really I can say too much about it. Maybe like because the fact that they, you know, play visual novels or know what visual novels are and stuff, right? But there's a chance to, like, who knows? This game is really one of those like unreliable narrator type of things, so it's really hard to say exactly what's going on, because we can't trust what she's saying or what she's telling us or what she's showing us because of how skewed and maybe not inaccurate, but you know, like biased, no, delusional even, maybe, like some of her accounts are. And I don't want to say like her mom hates her, because who knows, but I think it can go two ways, where the mom, it can go two ways. So the mom can either have a disdain for the daughter, because I can only imagine what the mom's also going through, right? Imagine if the mom just lost her partner, and immediately after losing her partner, her child develops this like horrific diagnosis, whatever the case might be, right? Like, I mean, not that if you have a terminal illness or chronic illness, not that you like, not at all, actually. Like, you don't deserve being abused at or hated or despised or anything, right? Like, that's like whatever you're going through, that's not your choice. It wasn't your option B, right? But I can imagine in the perspective of the mother, like, they call it the caretaker's burden, where like as the caretaker, it takes out a lot of energy out of you, a lot of like, mental, emotional, like physical energy, right? And not that we can confirm through the few lines or even in the image we see of the mom that the mom is tired and upset and hates the daughter or anything, right? But that could be the case, you know, that could be what she's kind of going through. But then there's also the side where this truly all of this is just in her head. Not like we can't take any of this as truth or any of this as like the reality that she's living in, and that her mom does love her, mom does want to take care of her, but like the daughter's too afraid or too ashamed or too guilty to accept that love or feelings. You know what I mean? Like, she could, like, that interpretation of her mom, the way that we saw her, might be her, the way that she like feels of like, oh, my mom is looking at me with these hollow eyes kind of thing, right? Like my mom doesn't like me, my mom hates me, my mom doesn't want to take care of me, like I'm just a burden to her, like things like that, right? So I think it can go both ways. It's really one of those things, like, it's, this game truly is up to so far like the player's interpretation, but it's very interesting how with so little information, like, not that we piece together a lot, but I think there's enough to try to attempt to build the reality, but equally enough to dismantle that as well. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if any of this makes sense. I'm just rambling at this point, but you know, I'm liking this game. It's very interesting so far. It's very short, obviously, but very interesting. What do you see? What if I do pieces of your... No, I can't. Your dad? Are you sure? One way or another. This is my dad. Okay. Parts of it, at least. You have a difficult family, but despite all the problems, I would never have thought... Sorry, I should have raised my voice. In general, he threw himself out the window and died. This is my last memory, then a long gap. Strange, very strange. Today is the first time I've been able to buy something from a store without a serious incident. And of course, the medicine helped me. However, I think it's more of your merit. I was thinking all the time. Sorry. Do not screw up in front of the reader. Oh my god, what will he think? Haha. I don't know why I decided to become a character in a visual novel for the sake of going to the store today, but it's clearly borne fruit. Thank you. By the way, I think there's some frameworks in our communications. That's how I like it, haha. And yet, I'm so sad lately. I think more and more about what my life has become ever since Dad... Well, you understand. Day after day is the same. I've tried so many pills that I can't feel the difference between them anymore. As long as they keep me on my feet, I'm happy, haha. But you know what? Today is a special day because I have you. I want to tell you something... Oh. Ah, fuck, I didn't see what that last part is. That was very rude of you. I'm not gonna backtrack just to read that little bit. I'm gonna look at it later. I'm gonna look at the VOD, see what that says. I will not press you, just advise you go home. I understand. Well, dear reader, let's go. I stop on my floor and hang by the railing. Repeating this action every day like a ritual, I stopped being afraid of heights. A few minutes ago, oops, I didn't mean to click that. A few minutes ago, I was just enjoying the blissful silence. When I'm under the influence of drugs, terrible and unpleasant melodies sound in my head, mixing with the sounds of world around me. They create terrible dissonance in my head. I turn around and go to my apartment. Did you bring milk? Did you bring milk? Yes, Mum. Did your new medicine help? Yes, Mum. Go to bed. Yes, Mum. Yeah, Mom's kind of a baddie, though. I can imagine. Imagine this being someone's hear me out. but very, very interesting. I'm assuming based on some of the words as well that like the the speaker may be British or from England. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. But then, do they have bags of milk in England? I know they have it in Canada, but I feel like they use a lot of terminology that like is used in England, except for like a couple things. Like I know apartments or flats and things like that in England, but like I don't know, I got a not quite American vibe, but I don't know. I kind of excuse me. Um, Another interpretation I have of this game pulled from my own experience, as my own experience of a cringy middle schooler, a middle schooler that may have been exposed to the internet at too young of an age, with too many types of animes and shows that they should not have been exposed to. um, but I definitely also get like a vibe that this character is like very young, specifically like from the lines where they say like oh I don't know why I chose to be like the whole visual novel thing basically, exactly, like especially the last few lines where they're like oh I don't want to mess up in front of the reader, or like things like that, like you know, like they're like them talking about making the visual novel in their head type of thing. Because I remember when I was younger, and I was going through like a really mental rough patch. Like, I remember a lot of things I would do to try to get me through the day would be like, oh, let me imagine I'm in a comic, or let me imagine I'm in an anime, or let me imagine my favorite character is cheering me on, or what would my favorite character say in this situation, kind of thing, right? Like I would, like, you know what? It's funny enough, actually, I was gonna say I didn't really go through a lot, but now that I'm kind of thinking about it, I think I kind of did go through a lot in different ways. But, um, like I think I had a lot going on that I think as a child I wasn't able to like fully be able to like support those thoughts, you know. So I needed to make up something to help me out to get through the day, or get through the like school, or get through whatever the case was, right? And I can imagine her doing that as well. So if we do build on the idea that the other voice, like the top voice, are the pills, right? Then the bottom, or like the bottom voice is her, right? But then also like us being like, I was going something with this, like hold on, I'm like thinking, I'm thinking too many thoughts at once. But if she's going through so much, like whatever the case is, whether she has a chronic or terminal illness, or even if it's just, it really truly is just plain old like depression or anxiety or something, I feel like she has more though, because of how she's seeing the world. I feel like it's more, you know, to be honest, it actually might be schizophrenia, because I know sometimes you can develop, I know with schizophrenia you can develop that, especially I think, I mean, who knows the gender of the character, right? I don't think it was she, or they ever said anything, right? If they're a man, I know typically men develop it sometime in their 20s, if they do develop it, right, kind of thing. It's typically in their 20s, which is always like a scary kind of like thing. Like imagine like you live a normal life until you hit like 25 or something, right? I'm not sure for women. Women, I think, might be a little later. I might be wrong though. I have to double check that. But I remember for men, it was sometime in their 20s. But schizophrenia is one of those illnesses where it can kind of hit you, and you don't have to have yeah, it doesn't have to be hereditary, you know, kind of thing, right? You can really just develop it whenever, unfortunately. And I can imagine that maybe being the case with this one, if she's kind of delusional, seeing things in a different light, having to take a lot of medication and all that sort of things, especially with the line like when she talks about like a bear swipes at her, but you know, we say it's not a bear, that was a truck, you know. The store page says help the girl buy milk. Oh, it's a girl. Okay, it's a girl. I'm like I don't know if the thing actually says if it's a girl or boy. I don't know. I don't remember what age women on average develop it. I forgot if it's later or if it's earlier than men. But you know, it might be even just that. Like, so there's a lot of things going on where the character doesn't want to seem crazy or bad or anything, right? They just kind of want to be normal. They want to live fine, right? But due to whatever limitations they're dealing with, right? Like they really can't. And we have, I think in this case, the privilege to be able to experience what they're living as, you know? And as, even though she's like, oh, don't ask me my diagnosis, or please, you know, don't pry into it, you know, kind of thing, right? Like, just see me for who I am. Like, we really are seeing her for who she is, but I don't think she even understands quite exactly, like, how she's being perceived, you know, like, because we're seeing a lot kind of thing, right? I don't know. This is definitely a very interesting game because there's a lot you can pull from it and a lot to wonder about and everything. Like, for sure, it has something to do with, like, mental illness or even just illness in general. Like, it's really up in the air what she's dealing with and everything. But it's really cool. I really like this game. I didn't realize until I did a little more research into this game. And I say research loosely because it's not like I did any deep dives, more of like just looking into the game, right? There's a second part to this game called, I think, milk outside of a bag of milk outside of a bag of milk, I think, instead of, you know, milk inside of, you know, so I might play that later or something. If I download it, if it's on the Steam store, I'll download that and we'll play it. And it'll probably be a short game as well. I don't know what that game's gonna be about. It's probably gonna be, I can imagine a part 2 to this, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I really enjoyed this game. I don't know. I'm a big fan. I know these type of games aren't everyone's cup of tea, but I really do enjoy games that kind of get you thinking. 'Cause I don't know. I think I've mentioned it before, but like, same dev, milk outside a bag of milk outside a bag. Yes, okay. Yeah, so I'm assuming it's gonna be like a continuation, right? But I'm not sure. But I truly do enjoy games that get you kind of thinking. Like, I mean, sure, it's cool to have all the answers, right, to your story. But then equally, I also really enjoy being able to dissect a game, dissect a character, like, figure things out. Like, I don't know, call me a nerd, right? But I that was like my favorite thing to do in English class, was to like look at characters, look at their motivations, figure out the symbolism behind things in the story, like things like that. Like, I loved that so much. I loved writing the essays because, like, I just loved theorizing about certain things or emphasizing the importance of certain aspects of the story or things like that, right? Like, that was like my favorite part of school. Especially, oh my god, reading The Great Gatsby, that was so fun. Like, reading that and then analyzing it was, I sound like a fucking nerd, but genuinely was such a good book to look through. I remember there was one time, because I took a little actually, well, I don't know, that's too much information actually. Maybe I'll tell that another day. But I took special courses in class that basically, like, in my high school, they were basically almost equivalent to AP, but not quite AP classes. They're essentially the equivalent AP, but they weren't labeled as AP courses. But I took for one of the assignments, like one of the finals, basically, my teacher was like, all right, we've gone through these couple of things of literature, you know, from this book to these poems to these, you know, whatever, right? Like, and you need, like, basically my teacher was like, it's going to be a gotcha system. You're going to have to tell me, you have to talk to me for 20 minutes about what this is about and the symbolism behind it. But you're not going to know what you're going to get. You're going to randomly pull any of the random literatures we've gone over this year. and I remember being a little nervous because, so the range of literature we had over the year was like a novel, like a big thick novel, to a poem that had 4 stanzas and 4 lines within each stanza. And it was like, they're short lines. It was like almost like a haiku in each stanza kind of thing almost, right? And I remember thinking like I studied so hard for the poem because I was like, oh, I don't want to get caught out if I get like the shortest literature we had to like read over the year, right? Like, I didn't want to get caught out and everything. So I super hard studied that one, and I was low-key kind of hoping I'd get it. And I didn't get it. I ended up getting like a decent book or something that like I mean, I had also studied on, so I was able to do it right. But I was like, man, low key, it would have been a flex to be like, yeah, I talked for 20 minutes of the analysis of this poem. You know, it only had 4 lines and 4 stanzas. You know, like, anyways, I'm a nerd. I love I love analyzing and all that kind of stuff. I don't know, when I get a chance to do it, it's really fun. That would mean to pick anything super short like that. Yeah, like it's it was very, very short. Like, I mean, there was, funny enough, there was a lot in that poem. Oh my god, I can't even remember what poem it was on the top of my head. I have to look to see what it was. But I remember, like, because my teacher also kind of gave us the answers throughout the year. Like, he was one of those teachers that would hide all the answers within his lecture. Like, he wouldn't say, like, this is the answer you're looking for, right? He would just say something in class and then ask the exact same thing in a test later, basically. So, like, almost everything he said verbatim was going to be an answer to something. So if you knew what to pick up on, like, it was super, super easy, right? So at some point, I kind of figured out with that poem, like, what were the focuses he wanted us to look at and everything. And I'm like, oh, easy peasy, I got this, no problem, kind of thing. I mean, there's still a decent amount that I had to also use, like, my own words and figure things out as well, right? But there was at least half of that work I was like, oh, easy peasy. Like, as long as I study and I go to school and I attend all of his classes, like, I'm gonna pass, no problem. But yeah, I'm a little bit of a nerd. Just a little bit. I'm a little stupid, but also a little smart. Okay, I think here's probably a good place to wrap up. Early stream, not early stream, but like early ending for stream. It's only, well, 7 p.m. my time, but I think it's like 10 p.m. your time or even. So you get like the rest of the night, kind of. It's fine to be a nerd. But then I don't beat the nerd allegations. I say that, but then equally I'm like really into like history and other things too. Like, I'm not beating any allegations. Yeah, I'll go ahead. I'll wrap up stream here today. And I'm not streaming tomorrow. I'm streaming Thursday. And I'm streaming Hive Swap Friend Sim. I mean, look at all the tech stuff I help with. That's true. Very true, actually. You and Muffin are both very, very helpful. I will admit that. Being a nerd has its uses. For Hive Swap, actually, I'm doing something slightly different. I'm gonna have maybe 1 or 2 friends join me on the stream, because Hive Swap has different characters to voice, right, kind of thing. So I might, instead of trying to read all of it on my own, I might have I believe my friend Shunned Kaido, who comes in every once in a while, Shunathan Kaido, I think he's gonna be on stream to read one of them, and I'm not sure if another friend said they would do it or not. I have to double check with them. But yeah, so we'll be going through volume 4, I think, of Hive Swap Friend Sim. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what to expect for this one because they're not trolls that I know or I favor especially. So I don't know what their story is. I don't know what their whole deal is, right? I think volume 6 or 7 has characters where I start being like, I like this character I thirst over, this alien is mine, kind of thing, right? But I mean, either way, the games are really fun so far. Even the characters where I'm like, I don't know if I like this character, like the stories are really funny. But yeah, so I'm doing that for the Hive Swap Friend Sim, and I might stream it again next week with other friends too. I'll see how this week goes. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do this week, and yeah, I think that's it. So I'll go ahead, I'll wrap stream up here, and then I will see you guys later. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Have a good rest of your night, day, morning, evening, afternoon, before noon, everything else in between. All right, have a good night. Bye bye.